we keep this flowing. Before we will go holy, our hands up in the sky, celebrating. Come, let your rhythm flow.
No big request to all of our men. This one is for you.
Victoria Park, here we come. This is going to be an awesome day when Junior Panorama meets Steel and Glitter in this family fun day from 2 p.m. on Thursday, July 3rd, the day of Steel and Math. The Junior Pan players will be showcasing their craft in the Junior Panorama competition from 2 p.m. The heat will be turning up from 8 p.m. as the Senior Steel Orchestras battle for the title of Panorama Champions 2025. The Glitter will not be outdone as mass sections from various bands cross the stage in the section of the bands competition as they display artistry and craft for Vincy Mass 2025. Bring the family and come to Junior Panorama and Steel and Glitter. Admission to Junior Panorama is $10, Steel and Glitter $40, and Party Stand $90. See you there.
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
And we are back with you for another commentary segment here on today's Activating Morning program with Dianna and Roleza. All right, so proper good morning to you, Dianna, because I didn't know if you had any introductory things to say.
Oh, not really. Good morning, Roleza. Good morning to everybody. Hope you are doing much better than I am at this moment. But no worries. We're going on, vibes as usual. Some sort of energy in the atmosphere must, cling to you at some point. So yeah, good energy.
Even if you're not looking forward to Carnival, but you're looking forward to a long weekend, there's always something positive to take away in everything. All right? In everything. All right. So we're just going to talk a little bit about the junior competitions that happened literally last night. And we're asking, does the future look bright for our junior Calypso and the Soca artists? All right. So the junior Calypso and the Soca Monarch competitions were held yesterday evening into the night. And the Evesham Methodist and the Convent Kingston have secured titles for their schools. All right. So Evesham Methodist Primary and Convent Kingston for the secondary school. All right. So Anique Stapleton of Evesham Methodist School and Zion Lewis of St. Joseph's Convent secured, I'm reading this from One News St. Vincent, secured the National Junior Calypso Monarch titles in the primary and secondary school categories, respectively. All right. In the primary competition, Anique Stapleton triumphed with her song Cyber Dream, while in the secondary school category, Zion Lewis won with Don't Get Caught Up. All right. So in second place, we have Divine Hatcher, going by the name Sky, of the Argyle Roman Catholic School with No Rush to Grow. And in third place, there was Lilani Bascom of the Greg's Primary School with her song My Mommy. All right. And in the secondary category, in second place was Karika. Yeah, I'm pronouncing that correctly. Karika McCall of St. Joseph's Convent Marco with One Mother's Cry. And third place was Princess Alexia Dishong of Sandy Bay Secondary School. All right. So did you get a chance to look at it?
Not all of it. I saw pieces. Of course, I saw Litty, and I loved it. I loved the performance.
That's for the Soca.
For the Soca. Oh, right. Yeah, we reached it yet. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. We're in a rush. But she placed third for the Calypso competition. Congratulations to her. Congratulations to the winners. There was probably one that I thought would have placed, but never mind that. We're going forward, right? I like how Sandy Bay has a lot of persons involved in not just the Soca, but in the Calypso competition as well. And that's just been the thing over the years. So as a rural community, a rural school, I'm really glad that, they're out there and they do a lot of other things as well. As one part of the country, at least, you could know some aspects of the culture is being kept and continued. Yeah.
Okay. So I looked at it. what I didn't look at in its entirety was the soca competition, because well, I will talk a little bit more about why it is. I didn't end up getting to look at all of it, right? But so I listened to the Calypso, and I really and truly was thoroughly impressed. A lot of the Calypsos, only one person had a little bit of a politics Calypso, and I was like, I could tell you did not write this, right? Because I mean, for children, they are going to talk about, or they're going to write or want to sing about things that, maybe a little bit more for their age group, right? But it's not to say that it was anything negative also, but it was just, I could tell that, yeah, when it's like an adult write it, it's an adult write it. But anyhow, but I was thoroughly impressed with all of the students. I think that the persons who won, they did deserve to win. I especially loved the Calypso for the student from St. Joseph's Convent, the one with the social media thing. I came out to reading it, but so that was impressive. And what it is that I'm always happy to see is, I know that many young persons would prefer to gravitate towards a soca, right? But whenever it is that I see children showing an interest in Calypso,
it's amazing.
My heart is pleased. All right. My heart is pleased, because it means that there is hope. It's not going to be a dying art form, and young people are going to find a way to make it interesting. And in their cases, they sang on topics that were of interest to them. So one of them, Mother's Love, I think that's the name of it, Mother's Love. And I think her mother, I assumed it was her mother who came on the stage and said how much she loves her mommy and all of that, and another one was A Mother's Cry. And it showed the different stages or different things that can happen to women in different capacities. So one was a woman who was abused, another one was a woman who I think she had a young child or something to that effect. But, different things that a woman could go through. And a Mother's Cry was that one. So, I mean, I don't want to necessarily just single out, because they all did an exceptional job, and commendations to all of them. All right. All right. So let's head into the soca results. So we have Lexi, Miss Litty, as Dianna referred to her. She is the new 2025 Junior Soca Monarch winner. All right. So she performed for the Sandy Bay Secondary School. Okay. So we have a caller. Hi, caller. Good morning. Hello. Good morning. All right. No problem. All right. So, okay. So in second place is Kyron Adams from the Sandy Bay Secondary School with Vadman. And this was amusing. I tell you, this was a very amusing one. And it did have the audience going. All right. And in third place was Jelani Sandy with Crown City. And so, yeah, that's excellent of it. One of the things to also note is that it wasn't just for, let's say, town schools, but you had a mix of Kingston zoned schools and rural schools taking part. And not only that, there were several, I think there were like 3 from Sandy Bay. If I'm not mistaken, 3 from Sandy Bay. I think for the Calypso, 2 from Convent took part. And so that's one of the things that I noticed, was that it wasn't just a case of a school being represented by one individual.
I didn't even know that they could do that, or that they did that.
I actually didn't realize it until yesterday. I didn't realize it. But yeah, that was what happened. Right. I don't think I'm mistaken there. I think it was, some schools had more than one representative.
Yeah,
so
they did. Yeah. Because the first and second for the soca is from Sandy Bay, Lexi, and the Van Man song is Sandy Bay.
Yeah.
So
that was what happened last night, right? So of course I'm not going to take away anything from the students in terms of what they did, but it was the first time in the history of me knowing of Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch competition that it went so late.
Oh,
right. Because all after 9, I was still I was doing some work. So, of course, doing work and listening. But then by 9, I said, no, I need to shut down. But, it was still going on. And I really can't say what time it ended. Maybe it was after 10. I'm not even quite sure. But it was the first time that I've noticed that it ended late. Right. Now, I know yesterday I spoke about my personal preference of events finishing at a relatively decent time to allow for children to get home early enough, right? But I noticed that the park, and I saw Kojo there. Kojo, morning to you. Kojo was anyway, leave that alone. I noticed that there are a lot of adults there, and it feels almost as if the ratio was half adults, half children. So I want to believe that the children who were there, they maybe either came down collectively in groups. Seems like Sandy Bay was one of those schools that did that. They were represented. But again, it was the first time that I've ever seen the competition go that late. I know that it started late as well, so maybe that also lends to it. But I don't know. I suppose I cannot fully comment on whether or not it is okay because I wasn't a patron. And the only persons who could complain would be the patrons, right? But I just know as a viewer, it was kind of difficult for me to try to stay up, to try to get everything in. So, hi, caller. Good morning.
Yeah, morning. The show went late because they had a problem with the feed from the stage to the media houses.
Oh.
There was a problem with that for almost an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I know it started like after 5. I know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I was there. But my biggest disappointment, I think it used to have more patrons attending the junior. For me, it is the school that came in from the rural with I think they had fans and things like that. For example, Ibisham had a big crowd there because I think we had two of the artists. And Sandy, we had there's the parents and the children from the school. But otherwise, I think it is it's getting less and less attended in terms of regular. The regular listeners, Calypso, Junior Calypso. Back in the days, they used to be inside. They used to be packed.
That is it. And I was there trying to remember if it is that I used to go, because I attended a few times, maybe twice or whatever. I can't remember. Mommy could tell you. I attended a few times, but I don't ever remember going in my, well, as we would say, own clothes, right? I don't ever remember going in casual clothes. And then I realized what used to happen is that the day for Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch, I don't think that in my time we had Soca Monarch. I think it was just Junior Calypso. It was a school day, but school used to over early. And after school, we would make our way down to the park. So this was why it always used to be a packed event. We didn't have the opportunity of either coming straight from home or what it is was to be able, I suppose, to secure that you had a decent enough crowd was that we came straight from school. So I don't know.
It used to be half the school.
Right.
And one the thing that make it drop off, I know if you in your days they used to have the school competition in Kingston. I don't know for the rural area, but they used to have a Calypso competition within the schools, and that used to make it more interesting.
Okay.
Before Carnival.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. Well, maybe it happens still. I don't know, but I don't know. All right. Thanks, caller. Yeah, so that was just the thing that I observed where, as I said, it seemed to have been half children, half parents, and but you see, I try my best not to compare too much to the past because the past is the past. My time was my time, but in terms of actually getting the children's involvement, for them to actually want to go. When we went, it was a lime, right? Yeah, you might have been going to listen to the Calypso as well, but it was a lime. It was there for you to meet up with your friends from different schools, etc., and just enjoy being children in an event for children, right? So, but now, I don't know. I don't want to do the comparison because I hate when people do the comparisons, but I think somehow something needs to be tweaked and to be able to have that, have more attendance by children themselves or more children in attendance. All right, so let's say this call. Oh, all right, Kojo, you have a minute. I just looked at the time.
Just a minute.
Yeah, because we have an interview at 8:30.
I think the problem is the parents not coming out, and I think this is my thing. I think they need to give the school tickets to sell in the school.
Okay.
Because if you sell tickets in the school, you find the teachers and the parents and were able to get the tickets much easier. Buying ticket at the gate. I understand they want to control the sales of the ticket, but I think if they give each school a certain amount of tickets, it probably will happen better because then the parents will have enough time to put the money together.
Maybe, but something needs to be addressed there.
Yeah,
so
that's my theory. They need to, because back in the day when I used to go to school, when they have on their school function, they used to give the school the option of selling the tickets and all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. All right, so we gotta see how it goes. Right?
You don't prefer for call who I hang out with, you could call my name.
So Kojo was in the company of persons on both sides of the political fence. Kojo better?
Yes.
All right. All right. So yeah. But it was good to see that. And the reason why I say it was good to see that is, persons always have this opinion that persons on opposing sides, they don't lie, they don't converse, but seeing it and they're doing the thumbs up because the camera was right, so they're doing the thumbs up. It was good to see.
all of them is my friend politically, and not I might not like it. I might not like the political decisions, but they're my friend.
Yeah.
And friend is friend.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
Take care. I noticed your voice sound a little different, so you seem to be having a blast.
No, I'm not. I'm having fun, but not drinking. So.
Okay, good. All right, Kojo, take care.
All right.
All right. All right, so we are going to head on out of this segment at this time. Good morning to Mrs. Joyce, Mrs. Joseph there on the live. All right, so in a few minutes, we will be conducting an interview with a voice that many of you are familiar with. Okay, I'm not going to say who right now.